Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys very much for taking time out to check it out. I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet done so, because I would appreciate that as well. I really appreciate all the support and everything you guys have been giving me lately. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. You know, you guys are cool people, man. If you guys ever want to interact with me, I'm talking true fans here, not some of you trolls. If you guys ever want to interact with me, hit me up on Twitter at @_Crapgamer or on Xbox Live. MOH Crapgamer on there. Okay, so I've noticed some things as far as the media is concerned. There's not as many shots being taken at Microsoft and the Xbox One as there has been in the past, right? I think that for the most part, hopefully things are getting back to more normalcy where these places can cover just gaming in general. But I will say that a quick glimpse of like N4G and what pops up, everything like HDR, PS4, HDR, PS4, HDR, PS4, HDR, PS4. HDR, PS4, right? Like everybody's treating HDR like it's a strictly PS4 thing when Microsoft announced it months before Sony did. And they had games out before Sony did that had HDR. So I'm not understanding why the media has completely forgotten about HDR games on Xbox One. There's quite a few of them. It's like you wouldn't even know that they exist. They're like, oh, well, this game got patched with HDR on PS4, but it was also patched on Xbox One. So I guess I don't understand where the logic is in not covering that side of the story. Like, I can remember when Sony announced the PS4 Pro on September 7th and the PS4 Slim, what was it, like Polygon ran with some article, Sony introduces the world to HDR gaming, and all of us Xbox fans kind of selectively or collectively, as it were, like facepalmed, because we're like, they're a couple months late on that. Microsoft introduced that months ago with the Xbox One S. You know what I mean? Like, we were the ones that were talking up HDR. You had places like NeoGAF and N4G saying, well, is HDR even important? Does it even matter? It's stupid. It's not needed, all this stuff, and then all of a sudden the PS4 Pro got HDR, and the next thing you know, it was great. It was better than 4K. It made 4K native irrelevant. You know what I mean? There was a lot of different things that people were saying about HDR, so I do think that it's an unfortunate situation, and I think that it's kind of funny seeing people talk about HDR now and just completely leave the Xbox One out of the conversation. You know what I mean? Especially when Microsoft, like I said, were the ones that introduced it. They never seem to get their due, in my opinion. Like, a lot of these places and gamers in general never give Microsoft their due for the things that they've done to, as far as like pioneer. And I realize that it's only a couple month difference here, but honestly, Microsoft have pioneered so much with the Xbox consoles over the years, and they've gotten like zero credit for it. Even with knowing what we know about Xbox Live and party chat and achievements, which they were doing way before Sony, and hard drives, which they were doing before anyone else as far as consoles are concerned. I mean, they were really front runners and doing a lot of things, and people just failed to give them credit for it. And I think that you know, just looking at this situation, it kind of pisses me off. So I don't know, but I am kind of curious as to what you guys think. I mean, do you think Microsoft will ever get its due? They come up with stuff like HDR, announce it first, and then Sony gets all the glory and credit for as being basically the only ones that does it. Absolutely absurd. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off, comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, rack 'em up. And thanks for watching. Crapgamer out.